Groovy.
What's going on?
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy fucking New Year.
Fucker.
How's it going, Dylan?
It ain't New Year yet, bruh.
Almost. One more day.
Yeah, I was trying to fucking exit out of this damn Instagram shit, and hopefully it'll just exit out or end when we end the stream. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, if you didn't see, decided to do a little surprise stream and review Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery. Scarpad and I recently picked up these awesome Arrow 4K releases, and yeah, I was telling Scarpad this is probably my favorite Fulci films, and he was like, "Shit, let's check out that 4K," and I was like,
"Man, it never looked better. This is the cleanest and the nicest copy print that I've ever seen. I've watched this movie a few times, and this is the best it's ever looked. And it's got both the Italian and the English version on it, and a lot of features. It's a great disc."
Yeah, that it is. Yeah, it looks great, man. Better than I've ever seen it. Definitely was super happy with how that came out, and some great special features too. And I'm sure most copies, but not always. This one has English and an Italian version. So if you want to check out the Italian, and don't want to hear the dubbed version since some people don't like Bob.
I tell you, every time the fucking chick says Bob or somebody says Bob in the movie, take a fucking drink, you be cocked. Because they say Bob a lot. Who the fuck would name their kid Bob?
It does.
What about Bob?
That never honestly bothered me, to be
But
honest.
I will tell you, the kid is far less annoying in Italian. So
yeah, that's what you were saying. It honestly never really bothered me all like that. So.
And the interesting thing is there's a special feature with the guy all grown up now. And the first thing he says in the extra feature is, "Hey, fans, I'm sorry, that's not my voice." First thing he says in the extras. So he must have get shit for a long time.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Glad to see people out there buying that 4K.
Yeah, now they just announced that they'll be doing City of the Living Dead Arrow release that will actually kind of go with this release. It
looks kind of similar.
Green color and everything, so that should be cool to see. I actually kind of want to pick that up.
Yeah, so this movie was like the trilogy, right? This was the last one. What was it? City of the Living Dead was the second one, and the first one
Yeah,
was
City
what?
of the Living Dead's first. From Beyond is the second.
From Beyond was the second. Okay.
Yeah, and then this is the third.
And the woman that was in this one, she was in at least the two of them, right? She was in From Beyond and this. No, she was also no, she was. I think she was in all three. I think she was on all three.
Honestly, I forget because they kind of look similar, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I think Vinegar Syndrome, I think, or 88 Films did the Beyond in a box set, and I have a Cauldron release for 4K, a 4K. Yeah, maybe it was Grindhouse. 4K did City of the Living Dead, and Arrow is just kind of repurposing all that stuff and putting it in a box that kind of matches House by the Cemetery. It seems like these companies lose the license now a lot, and they just go back and forth with the various releases.
Yeah. So the girl from City of the Living Dead, she is in House of Cemetery as well. It's the same woman, and she is in the Beyond. So it is the same girl in all.
Yeah, all three playing different characters, but
yeah. But it is a trilogy. So you could possibly think that they are the same person, but they're not. They're different.
Yeah, it's a loose trilogy. They're in the same universe, but they don't really correspond too much with each other. But no, I don't know if you want to give the breakdown what this film is about. I mean, I guess basically this guy is, because even me, I'm kind of hazy on some of this. This guy's, he's breaking down the history of these houses, and it takes place in New England. And they did actually shoot some of this movie in Massachusetts and New York. And in the meantime, he discovers that this guy who lived there was a surgeon back in the Victorian day, and he got thrown out of being a doctor, and something happened where he's extending his life by killing these people and taking their organs and the blood and whatnot.
Yeah.
This movie is like a ghost movie, a ghost story, a haunted house mixed with kind of like a zombie movie. It's kind of a weird mixture of genres, kind of horror thing. Right?
Yeah, that's why I always really enjoyed this one because, like, the City of the Living Dead,
straight zombie in that, pretty much, right?
Straight zombie. The second, it's Rob. It was funny because we did a Gates of Hell trilogy because that's what it's called, the Gates of Hell trilogy. And it was like me, Robbie, and Strickland, one of Robbie's buddies, who was a really cool guy. I haven't seen him in a while, and I'd love to get him on, but I know I think he still works at Robbie's shop. I'm not sure, but what was it? So his favorite was City. Robbie's has always been From Beyond, and mine was House by the Cemetery. So I was like, each one kind of brings its own thing. And this one I always thought was like a haunted house monster movie. And I always really enjoyed that about this. I think all three have incredible scores to them. Oh, hell yeah, Gary. Gary said he recently got the Arrow 4K release too. Dude, yeah. I want that fucking Arrow release. City, bro. I thought Scarpad was thinking about getting it, but he's got the Cauldron release already. So
yeah, the Cauldron release basically they just took the Cauldron release and just put it in a new box, basically.
Yeah, well, this says it's the 4K restoration from the original negative by Blue Underground. So
yeah, and the new one that's coming out is by Cauldron. It's already in a box, and it says the only thing that the new one doesn't have is the Cauldron came with the soundtrack of the movie. And man, this I wish I wish this came with the soundtrack of the movie. I love that music.
I love the music in this.
It didn't, though. Arrow doesn't put out soundtrack. Cauldron does.
Yeah.
But I would love the soundtrack for this,
Yeah, me too.
But I'm starting to collect a lot of Italian scores because you guys got me loving them,
I love this artwork too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has always been probably my favorite Fulci film. Arrow just did a fantastic job with this.
Yeah, the only negative on the Arrow release is there's no Blu-ray in the box. It's just
but they added special features to the 4K, which most companies don't. But,
because Arrow does put this out not only in 4K, but if you don't have 4K, they put this out in regular Blu-ray too, the same
Yeah,
box.
but that most of the time is region B. A lot of
Yeah.
times, not always, but
Yeah.
if it's only a United, like a United,
Usually it's a region B. Yeah.
you got to get the 4K because unless you have a region free player. But if they do a US release like Tremors, it got a 4K and a US Blu-ray. So you just got to watch out for that. Like this one, I'm pretty sure. But they've been doing that a lot lately where they haven't been doing Blu-ray and 4K.
Yeah, that's going to be more the thing.
But yeah, since I reviewed this, a big part was kind of, touching on this 4K release. But we did them as a trilogy. So I was definitely down to, review this as a whole since this is definitely my favorite Fulci film. And Fulci is the godfather of gore, as they say on the back of this too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is about.
But I think this movie really
is the family's name.
This has a bit more gore than some of them do. Some of it's this one, really goes all out with the gore. I think
they all have atmosphere. City has the girls throwing up fucking her bowels, for like 3 minutes straight. The Beyond has one crazy scene. I'm trying to think what it is. I want to say it's. I can't remember. I think it's like an acid scene or something. It's been a while since I haven't seen The Beyond since I did that review a couple years ago. But for some reason, I always liked The Beyond. But that's probably my least favorite of the three. And the funny thing, a lot of people claim that as their like favorite Italian horror movie of all time, or like favorite horror movie of all time I've always seen. And I'll have to rewatch it. I want to get
the Beyond is kind of more of a giallo film of the three, where these are more straight horror films, I think. Yeah. And I agree. I think I like
that one has because there's that shit going on with the house and like hell and all that. There's like a underlayer thing going on with that, and I think I didn't pick up a lot of that stuff. I'd like to get that Grindhouse release and dig into the special features because it is a good movie. There was just things that I kind of didn't understand, and I'll have to.
Well, in this movie here, this guy's researching a house. I guess he doesn't realize that the house that they're in is the house the doctor lived in until it was too late.
Yeah,
and they go to try to get another house. Hell, I would have been out of there. I would never went back.
Right.
And then the woman takes off, goes to the grocery store, and the guy books out and leaves her there. I couldn't figure out that part. He just takes off, gone. But
I didn't even know she got the House by the Cemetery shirt. Nice.
Yeah, I'm sporting my House by the Cemetery shirt. But,
yeah.
The other thing I didn't quite get in this movie though is that the housekeeper. She seemed to have something going on where she's a bit strange. What was going on with all that? They never went anywhere with it. She's kind of weird. She looked at the lady weird, and then she just gets killed. So did you understand any of that? What was going on with the housekeeper? Was she sent by the woman and her daughter, the woman who was the really the doctor's, I guess, wife and his daughter?
I don't know, bro. She's probably just there to get fucking murked.
Yeah. I guess.
But
it seems like that's the bigger thing of this is that they live in that other house. The kid's friend is the little girl in the window in the picture.
Yeah.
And that's her mother. They're ghosts. They don't really exist. People can't see them. And then at the end of the movie, it's strange. You really got to think about it. At the end of the movie, after everybody gets murdered, she takes a little boy and they're just walking down the road. I'm assuming they're walking into the afterlife. At least that's how the movie kind of portrays it, is that they're taking him to hell or the afterlife or something. I don't know.
Because the monster, they call it, he's supposed to be some evil force that, they obviously lurks in the basement. And
well, he's supposed to be the doctor who was researching something. And then he ended up, causing himself to live forever. And
yeah,
it's strange.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it's a ghost. It's like a ghost
It's a ghost story mixed with it.
It's
Yeah.
like a haunted house ghost story, but it's also got the monster, Dr. Freudstein. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it kind of
He's
got
the doctor.
yeah. But and obviously you see like when he gets cut open and he's got, you know, the maggots and everything inside.
Right.
Right. But yeah, there's a lot. I feel like a lot of times with these Italian movies too, there's some things that just kind of don't make sense to us, but might make more sense to them. And this time on my watch, I kind of was a little preoccupied, so I wasn't able to dive super deep into it as I would have liked. And
Yeah,
plus,
Lefty, Mark of the Devil was a great film.
I've seen it before too. Yeah, I want to see that one, Mark of the Devil. But what the what was it, man? I was gonna say something because the kids, like when they're looking at the mannequins and all that, there's something about when, you know, he puts in the title, you know, like kids are kids monsters, or do they
Right.
grow up to be, you know what I mean? Like, so there's something with the kids in this, and that they can see these ghosts and everything that the parents like don't see.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's always something too that they kind of dig into, where kids can see these ghosts, and that's how like the ghosts get to the kids. Because
yeah, that's why that little kid's in the picture in the beginning.
The house has been vacant because the monster killed the last occupants. You know what I mean? But
change that name to Oak House, Oak Carriage. Stop. We won't rent it. It won't be Oak Carriage.
Yeah.
Stop calling it Dr. Freudstein's.
Yeah.
That the realtor just needed to get murked because she was a bad realtor.
Yeah, right. But I think the main girl, Catriona McCall, yeah, she does a great job in this. I think she does a great job acting, because I think she does great in City of the Living Dead as well. I mean, the score in this and the acting is actually very well done in the dubbing, I thought, because I watched the dub version. I know you watched the Italian.
The dub isn't bad except for the kid. But yeah, the kid is. I actually never liked the kid, but the kid actually, I thought
he doesn't bother me at all.
The kid had a good gave a good performance. I mean, this is a pretty intense movie for a little kid.
Yeah. Well, because the little girl is creepy as fuck, and it's kind of like goofy and weird, like goofy and charming or whatever.
He just wants to play with the speed.
I hate when he gets his arm stuck in the door, and he's just like,
yeah. Why do you just fucking open the fucking door? There was nothing on the other side. And that's what's up with the dipshit father. He's just hacking that fucking door with the hatch. And this fucking kid's face is like right up against back up, kid. I know eventually the monster comes, he pushes him there.
That's how Victor Crowley happened right there.
I was expecting him to kick the door and the kid go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Down the fucking stairs.
We got some people in the chat though. Chill Out, Gary North, P Money, Stanka.
Yeah, I've been throwing them up there.
Billy.
Good turnout tonight, guys.
Well, because there was this thing I wanted to. Gary said Inicio Morricone soundtrack for Fulci's film Lizard in a Woman's Skin is one of my favorites. I never even heard of a woman.
Yeah, I got that up. I've seen that on Plex, and I know that I'm gonna have to watch that one. There's a lot of I still haven't watched all the Fulci stuff.
Besides the movie Spookies, the guy under the stairs was the slowest, strongest, fragile killer I ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Spookies.
It took him a while to get to where he was going. He was determined.
Lose my appetite, so that's good. There was one, who said it? Somebody asked how we heard of this movie. Y'all see the 7 4K special set coming out? I did not, but that was definitely one I'd like to get. Oh, Chill Out. How did you guys find this movie? I never saw this and fell in love.
This is
heard about it because of Fulci, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it. I've been watching this for a while. I always loved. I think I found City of the Walking Dead first. Because obviously, City of the Living Dead, and then I started exploring some of the other movies, and that's why I found this one and
Yeah.
stuff. And I always loved this
Well,
one.
because I originally found City of the Living Dead, and then I found this. I never even knew that it was a trilogy until like maybe 8 years ago or something.
Yeah, in fact, I think I found it because the American version of City of the Living Dead that was shown
They
here
say
was called Gates of Hell,
Yeah.
and
Well, that's what I was
it's severely cut. But that's the first one
Because
I've
when
seen.
I rented it back in the day, it
Yeah.
was this cover right here, this Gates of Hell cover.
Yeah, that's City of the Living Dead. Yeah.
But that's what this Gates of Hell poster is what I saw
Right.
when I was a kid.
Yeah, and that was cut by something like 10 minutes when they showed it here. It was still good, but
yeah, that's what made me want to see it back in the day. And then I think when I got the Blu-ray down the road, it said Gates of Hell trilogy, and I was like,
right.
oh, there's another one. So, because I had already, and then I found out House by the Cemetery. So I just thought they were just other Fulci films, with maybe the same chick. But like I said, I'd never seen the From Beyond.
Paper towels.
Right downstairs.
Yeah, what's kind of strange is they break the key off in the door. The woman does, but the first time they use the key, they break the seal. So that's why the thing couldn't come upstairs, I guess. And then the second time, they just couldn't get the door open. They end up breaking the key off in the keyhole. But it appears like the monster can disappear because they go down there, like when they show the cell, it's full of like all the hanging victims, but they're not there when they go down the first time. So things, I guess, can just randomly appear and disappear. I guess if it's a gate of hell, if it's a portal into hell, it's not always there, and sometimes it is there, and that's where the monster comes out. And that's why sometimes the shit's hanging from the ceiling, or they're all chunked on the floor, or there's mutilated bodies on the table. But then you go down there and it's perfectly clean. So it's a ghost story, a portal from hell story. It's all mixed into that. But this movie grabs you right from the beginning, really, where you get that first kill there, and the kills in this movie are just phenomenal, and they go on for a long period of time, which is what's especially that one where he's killing the realtor. I mean, he stabs in 3 different places, and they linger in that penetrating shot right through her neck and stuff.
Every single kill is fantastic. I love how it starts with the girl, sitting up out of bed with her tits hanging out, and then just walking around the house and
Steven
stabbed right through the neck. Steven, where are you? Steven.
Steven's already dead.
Right through the back of the neck, and you just see it pop out through the mouth.
Yeah.
And then you can see when she falls, it's just like hanging out the side. But
yeah, and it was plastic because it kind of wobbled a little bit going through.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's cool. A lot of blood spray in this movie. A lot of blood spray. But my favorite kill is probably, I don't know, I'm trying to think of all the kills. You had the babysitter got killed. She got decapitated. Was that?
There's a good amount, I was saying.
Yeah, the babysitter got killed. And the realtor got killed. I'm trying to think who else got killed. Obviously, both the parents got killed at the end. The dad got his throat ripped out. Mom, I guess he dragged it down the stairs and smashed her head on the thing.
Yeah.
But there's just so many good shots. And that monster just is the whole makeup of the monster there is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think
when you first see him. Because when he has one hand that's kind of almost semi-normal and the other one's kind of all fucked up,
Yeah, I thought it looked like it was cut off.
One of them was cut off, yes. Yeah, one of them was cut off at the end.
Yeah. Oh, at the end.
Barge people? I don't think I've ever heard of barge people.
Barge, I don't think I've heard of that either.
Uninvited?
But yeah, I think the monster looks super unique. Let me see.
Yeah, this movie came out in 75, I think? Sometime around that period in time.
81.
Oh, was it that late?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right because the other one came out in '80. So yeah, so it's definitely in the '80s there. But
Yeah, I mean, look at these pictures. If anybody hasn't seen this movie, share that shit.
yeah, I haven't really seen too much merch from this. So this is probably stuff that came out a while back.
Yeah.
Dr. Freudstein.
I mean, there's like no eyes.
Right.
Very, very just very weird. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
almost looks like a fucking bug corpse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a mummified zombie type of thing.
The House by the Cemetery, Dr. Freudstein bust.
Trick or Treat Studios. Yeah, they do good work.
I mean,
Expensive stuff.
Yeah, I always just love the look of it. And look, what's it true? And you know, he's got that what would you call that outfit that he's wearing? That like,
well, he was supposed to be from Victorian times, but man,
I thought I was gonna say like a Victorian jacket.
But that almost looks like a Nazi jacket almost. But yeah, like a Victorian, like a doctor's jacket from an old hospital or something.
That looks like a Halloween mask. Damn. Paging Dr. Freudstein. But yeah, dude, there. Oh, what up, Two Gun? Hey, family, friends for late, like this early New Year's get together. Oh, no worries, brother. You know, we didn't even play. This was some last minute surprise shit. But yeah,
yeah, this movie is pretty short. It's only like it's under an hour and a half.
Oh, man, it's like an hour and 15 minutes. I mean,
I think it was like an hour and 26, something like that.
Well, yeah, with the credits though, I feel like it's like an hour and 20.
But the story is pretty decent. As I said, there's some stuff on there that it's kind of ridiculous. Like obviously, these people stay way too long in this place. And the kid is allowed to roam around. No one knows where the fucking kid is.
Right.
He's out and about on his own for most of the movie. Upside down.
Oh, this one's sideways. That one, this is sick.
Right.
This one's up and down.
Yeah, very cool.
I'd probably go with it. I think I like this one the best. So.
Yeah, well, that's a poster one, really.
Yeah, I love that artwork, dude. It's weird though, because I always wondered, like, is that supposed to be Freudstein?
Which one?
Before he turned into a monster?
Maybe. Or just some random, artwork.
Yeah. Yeah, as you know, back in those days, they made the artwork, and then they made movie. I mean, Charlie Band made movies off the freaking artwork, but I thought that little girl was very weird too.
Yeah, like Chill Out Man says. I mean, yeah, these movies played. I remember them playing in drive-ins, especially City of the Living Dead. But even this one, I remember big drive-in movies in the day.
Mr. Wheatley. Chasing the Ogre, the making of House by the Cemetery. Yeah, but dude, just the house in this looks incredible. I love the whole look of the house. And you said this was shot, and that was probably shot in Boston, right?
No, I think the house could have been shot in Italy because parts of it were in Italy. I think they just went on location, like when she's walking around downtown. That's downtown Concord, Mass, which is out toward Boston. I've never been there, but I've been through it. And then part of it was filmed in New York when he was out in the cemetery in New York. So, but I think a lot of it was filmed a lot of the stuff at the house was filmed in Italy, probably.
I wouldn't doubt if this house was in Boston though too.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I love that
I think they just did hospital locations.
Victorian house almost.
But it's amazing how many of the Italian films are actually set in like New York and all that.
Yeah.
They usually set them around here.
It's like, does it cost more for them to film?
Yeah, well, a lot of them don't even come here. A lot of them, like some of the Italian ones, they say they're in New York, but they're really still in Italy.
Right.
You know.
Some of them, they want to travel out here, you know. They want to get a glimpse of
I love the fact that they found Dr. Freudstein's grave, his coffin in the hallway. And the dude comes in and goes, "Don't worry, honey. Harsh winters around here. They had to put you, every house had tombs. That's normal." Yeah, right.
It's just how it is around.
I've never been to a house with tombs. I live in fucking Massachusetts.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna start looking around at my walls any second now. There's a fucking tomb here. You don't know. But still, it's the guy really was polished. I love when they go to the realtor too. The realtor was such a dirtbag. He's like, "Oh, yeah, well, she's not here. Oh, you want another house? We'll see what we can do."
Yeah.
Well, we'll try. We'll probably be able to get you another house. We gave you the one with the monster in it. Sorry, guys. But I'm trying to think of some of the other kills in this movie because I know there was one particularly I really liked.
I love them all.
They're all good. They're all good.
Through the back of her head. Dr. Freudstein getting cut open and the maggots in his like guts and everything.
Yeah, and he had some of the people on the table there. Half.
He had he hacked up all the people and not the children. But yeah, dude, all the kills were great to me. But I'd probably go with that opening kill or when Freudstein gets cut open. I thought that shit looked fucking gnarly when you see the maggot. You know that shit was real maggots and all that. You know what I mean? Like
it could have been cereal. Who knows? It could be Rice Krispies.
Not with
Rice Krispies, you know.
Not with full.
Like they were moving.
That ain't fucking cereal.
Yeah, the painting creeped me out where the little girl was like in the painting and the kid saw her.
The mannequins were creepy as fuck too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, what the obsession with the mannequins were. And then they always got the shots, you know, as they say in Search of Darkness, with the shots of the eyes. The eyes, Chico. The eyes.
Right.
Italians love the eyes.
Yeah, I guess everybody was watching some of the extra features and Fulci, everybody said in every extra feature he was a great guy, but he screamed at everybody and he yelled at everybody. He was always yelling because that's what I remember. And even the kids said the same thing. So this guy was really, you see this guy, he's really intense.
The father said that he said that when the children were coming, he'd be like, I can't stand the children, man. He's like fucking pain in my ass to work with them. And the one lady said that he was nice to the children or whatever, but then the father was like pain in my ass. And I guess because he was like kind of goofy looking dude, weird look, kind of like Argento, where they're kind of weird looking guys. And that he
the father now. Yeah, the father now, he really looks old. But I tell you, the lead lady there, she held up well for her age. She didn't look too bad.
I guess Fulci though would scare the children on set all the time.
Yeah,
made the little girl cry.
That's what a good horror director's got to do.
Yeah. Hey, fucking Friedkin did it. You know, where you think Friedkin got it? Friedkin and Fulci knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
release lizard in a woman's skin full. Giallo mess. I never heard of that one. I'll have to check the.
Yeah, I it's up on the server, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna have to get to watch it. I'm working my way through. Right. But yeah, I mean, normally kids are annoying as shit, but they weren't bad in this movie. I thought they were all right. A lot of the movie revolved around the kid had a major role and really Italian movies were ahead of the game on that. I mean, I think it was 1980 where Poltergeist was getting criticized for having like kids, and that Poltergeist was pretty tame in comparison. But the Italians put their kids in danger in these movies. They just didn't.
We getting paid? We getting paid?
Right.
You do whatever you want.
Right.
He's your child today.
Of course, I just watched on the way up here on MeTV while I was eating dinner. I was watching the Three Stooges where one of the Stooges put a fucking loaded gun in the baby's thing, and the baby was playing with it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's a real loaded gun, but
he didn't know it was loaded until he took it up in a fight. He blew Curly's hair off. But back in the day, they took things a little further that we can't get away with now.
Yeah. Also in when that girl gets stabbed with the knife in the opening, her boyfriend was stabbed with scissors too, or she finds gutted with the scissors. That was cool as hell too. Was he still alive, or was he reanimated, or he was dead?
Yeah,
and he was like hanging. What is he? He was hanging there, or what?
I guess I don't know if he was. Yeah, I guess he was just hanging.
He was just hanging.
He's hanging. He's about to get laid, and his night went bad. What could he do?
Yeah, I mean, I hope he got laid. But let's check that Lizard and Woman's Skin if it's Fulci's Giallo masterpiece. Even better than Tenebrae, because Tenebrae is really good, a really good Giallo. And New York Ripper is a fantastic Giallo. I love New York Ripper. Yeah, they said, and especially too, that I think all three of these movies and New York Ripper and one other movie, he made 5 movies in the course of 2 years. These 5 movies, these 3 and 2 other ones in 5 years. That's pretty astounding. It really is. So, but those guys could really crank through these movies. Imagine moving your family into a house though, where the what was it, Dr. Peterson? No, Dr. Peterson was the guy who hung himself. He murdered his mistress before hanging himself, and then you buy that house to move your family into it. Like, what the fuck? Well, didn't we just see that play out in that movie we just watched, Insidious? Ethan Hawke. Yeah, but he was writing a story about that shit. Well, so was this guy. That's what he was doing. He was researching. Yeah, you're right. That's what he kept going to college and talking. Right. Professor. Insidious, that kind of took some vibes off this movie, really. Yeah. If you think about it. Yeah. Because they had that guy up in the attic, too, that was that goofy-looking guy that was just hanging out. So Insidious, I think, Insidious homaged this movie quite a bit. He wasn't hanging in the attic. He was... we didn't got the scene where the parents got the hell out of there, and they actually got out of the house and were driving, remember? Yeah. But it got me thinking about that movie a little bit. But yeah, excellent movie. I mean, I'm glad we were able to review this one for the last one of the year. And what was your favorite kill then? I wish I could remember them all. I know I'm missing one. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing one too, but I know that like I said, that opening, I really like that opening one. The realty lady was pretty. The realty lady is pretty good. I think the realty lady is probably the most brutal of all of them. Yeah. And what was it too? They say they show when Bob is at the tombstone. Mary Freudstein says, and they say she's not really there. I don't get it. No, she's not, because they're ghosts. They're ghosts. But why wouldn't she really be there? Her body's there. Her body's there. Body's in the. But the spirit's not there. Right. Okay. They're ghosts. I mean, they're basically the bat too. Right. That's a great scene. Oh, the bat. Yeah, the bat was kind of cheesy. Okay, I was wondering I forgot. I was wondering. I thought, what the fuck is this girl cleaning up blood off the floor? And it was the bat. Yeah, and the bat bit him and the guy in the hair. But that was a cheesy looking bat. When it's biting his hand, though, I like that part. Yeah. He just wrapped it up. Fuck the rabies. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Rabies don't exist. Rabies don't kill you. Yeah. What was the other one? I'm trying to think.
But as I said while you were gone, don't you think like a lot of times like the kid went down the stairs and they went down the stairs and nothing's there. So the table, the bodies aren't hanging, the guy's gone. I think there's an actual portal of hell that comes in down there. That
Possibly because that's like what in the beyond. There's like a portal.
yeah, and that's where these guys come. That's why sometimes that shit's down there and sometimes it's not down there. And the kid can run down and see nothing. The father went down and saw nothing. But then they show the body. When they finally went down there, all the bodies are hanging. Freudstein's sitting down there hanging out. You know?
Yeah.
He was actually doing that. He was gonna
But I definitely think it's super cool, like with like Freudstein being a Victorian surgeon who conducted all these illegal experiments. And, you know.
That's why Freudstein's kind of sound like Frankenstein a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I know. This is like his Italian version of that.
He's kind of like a cross between Frankenstein and Dr. Mengele.
Yeah, it's like imagine if Frankenstein, had fucking just kind of turned into a monster and had
Frankenstein.
House.
Frankenstein. Not Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, what's the one with fucking the guy who played Professor X? He's like Frankenstein. He says it weird as fuck. Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was fucking dumb. Did you see that one where Harry Potter played Igor?
Yeah, Victor Frankenstein.
I think
it was all right.
Was it called?
I kind of like that, but it was weird.
Okay. It wasn't bad, but it was just, not great.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah. He wasn't a bad Igor, though. He was a pretty good Igor. I just wasn't that crazy about, what's his name as Victor Frankenstein.
I'd make a pretty good Igor.
Yeah, you could.
It's the beard. But yeah, so want to rate this motherfucker? I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a solid 5 stars. I love this film.
Oh, dude, I love this movie, dude.
It's a classic, bona fide classic.
This is my favorite.
It's up there. It's up there with Burial Ground.
Yeah.
Go watch that one.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other Fulci movies. I recently saw. Have you ever seen it? Cat in the Brain. That's a good one too.
Cat, I've heard of that. I never actually watched it. That's another Grindhouse.
Cat in the Brain. Yeah, I got the disc. It's great.
Yeah, dude, I don't have any Grindhouse releases. I want to get the From Beyond. I need to get Pieces, Cat in the Brain. Those are 3, and then
you gotta get Cannibal
Holocaust.
Yeah, no,
Cannibal Ferox. Both
Cannibal Ferox.
Both of those got Grindhouse. Those are the 5 fucking Grindhouse movies I want really bad.
I would say probably that maybe we'll do those soon. Why don't we do a cannibal review? We need cannibals. We haven't done any cannibals. Let's do Ferox. Let's do both of them.
I'd love to. I love
double
Ferox
feature. Cannibal double feature.
I love Ferox and Holocaust.
Yeah,
both. I need to pick up those Grindhouses because I can't believe I never gotten any of those because those Grindhouse releases are great. Get over here.
So what do you give it the movie? So I give it a 5.
I'm pretty sure I gave it a 5 back then. I give it a 5 today. Nothing has changed. I love this film, and it's my favorite Fulci film.
Well, Stanka says 5. Anybody else wants to put the in the
Yeah, Don't Torture the Duckling is another. I've heard of that one. I don't think I've seen that.
I haven't seen that one yet. I think I have it. I'm working my way slowly through all the Fulci stuff.
Pretty sure Arrow did a release on that.
Yeah.
I heard Cat in the Brain is a fucking weird one too.
It's weird. It's weird. It's pretty good.
Movies.
Yeah.
Or at least the Grindhouse release says it is. But yeah,
It could be a dog in the brain.
Yeah. We did do one, and some people on the panel didn't like it nearly as much as I do. Fulci's Black Cat. I love that.
I like Black Cat. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, but you remember a couple of the guys, they didn't like that one we reviewed.
I think this is better. This trilogy is better. But
that's because when people think of Fulci, they think of shit like this. but that's one of his tame films. That's
Yeah,
him.
he does. He not all his movies are like this.
He didn't take
Very
he didn't go Edgar Poe. He's like, and I'm gonna put my Fulci
twist on it.
Godfather of Gore on it. He he put his twist on it, but he still, what I mean, he respected the material. But dude, I absolutely love Fulci. So yeah, should have got Perry to come on here if we didn't do it so last minute. And we were kind of talking about this specific release too, but I'd have liked to hear what he thought about it. He'd have been like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I don't know if he's ever watched an Italian horror movie.
I don't know.
We'll have to get him out. We'll have to get him to watch an Italian horror movie. So.
You guys anything to show off? Or anything you want to show? Is that show the dog?
I showed the dog.
Oh, isn't he cutie? Yeah. I'll show a couple things I've been boxing up. I got the new. I got Pearl Steelbook 4K. Came from overseas. I love the artwork on that. I picked up the Renfield one in 4K from overseas. Look at the cover on that. That's phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
In the back. And these came in this week. Show them real quick. This is the Lord of Illusion set Blu-ray from Umbrella. Clive Barker comes with.
Dude, I want that set
all sorts
so
of stuff.
bad.
Really nice set. The only thing is, I wish it was a 4K set. It's not.
That looks like an Arrows. Oh yeah, that's only Blu-ray. I want
it's only Blu-ray.
So
and also, another one that hasn't been out in a while is the 1995 Red Rock West with Dennis Hopper and Nicolas Cage. Great movie.
Yeah. If anybody loves me, they give me that.
Umbrella really puts out some decent releases.
If anybody out there loves me, you get me that. Clive Barker's Illusion, Lord of Illusion.
Yeah, they sell that. They also sell that in a standard version too. You don't have to get the box set.
Yeah, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with the. That's like 65, and the other one's still like 42.
Yeah,
ridiculous. But I guess
because you're importing them. They come from Australia directly.
Yeah,
but it took a long time for those to come, and they come in a little box with all stamps all over it from Australia. Yeah. It's kind of neat.
I don't know if I ever show. Well, I actually have two things over there. I'll show. I did get Top Gun Maverick on 4K with the slip, so I was fucking psyched to get that. I did get Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, you bought that?
Yeah, I like this movie actually. I didn't hate it at all.
There's no Willy's Wonderland.
I enjoyed it, and
I'm waiting for that Willy's Wonderland 4K.
Creepshow season 4. I
gotta watch that. I watched the first episode. It was all right.
I still haven't even ripped this out the plastic, but Cocaine Bear on Blu-ray.
Cocaine Bear.
Like $7. And I could not believe I got this for literally $4. And it came with the slip, dude. The freaking Lighthouse, man. Yeah. And we reviewed this recently, so go check our review out if you didn't see Perry.
I know. It's like, I mean, I just picked up the Pope's Exorcist this week. I didn't get a slipcover. That just came out. So who knows? It's like luck of the draw whether you get a slipcover or not. Especially if you're ordering it from Amazon.
Yeah.
But while we have a moment and Dylan's searching for something, I want to wish you guys, hey, hope you all have a happy new year and a safe one. And light up something for me. And thanks a lot for coming out and supporting us all this year, monetizing Dylan. And on my channel, I'm up to almost 3,000 subs now. So thank you, whoever's subscribing up there. And don't forget, we have our top 10 horror movies of the year, which will be out shortly after the new year. Should be out maybe even in time for the new year. So we'll see.
Christmas Vacation on 4K. Got the slip.
Cool.
I wish it came with the original artwork, but what are you gonna do? Scarfat probably has.
I don't think so. No,
I don't think I've got it. Radiance. I don't think I've heard of them. What have they put out?
I love Willy's Wonderland. I love that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie too. Scream Factory's giving it a 4K. Nope on 4K. Which I wish I could have got the slip for this, but it's a shitty cover, honestly. So whatever.
Yeah, all the covers for that movie were shitty.
Yeah, I do really like this movie though. I do really.
It's better than the Steelbook, which was even shittier.
I had the first movie. I have to get. I think I'd like to get the first movie on 4K, but
Which one's that?
Darkman. So I got the Darkman trilogy. It was like $6.
Yeah, I got that too.
I've never
The
seen
cheapest way to get the 2 and 3 ones, which aren't great, but they're all right.
this. I never owned it, and
Oh,
it was $5. Better watch out.
one more thing I got in this week I didn't show is this.
Great movie.
I think Dylan got this too. This
I was
the
just
Stephen King, the Stephen King documentary.
I was literally just showing that. That was my next one. That's so funny. Look at that awesome slip cover. This is a fantastic documentary. Sadly, yeah, Lighthouse is a gem. Sadly, no, Stephen King is not interviewed in it, which
Yeah,
is
you
only.
want no part of it, but
Every director besides Kubrick that directed his movies, Mick Garris, Tom Holland, all the big guys, they were interviewed, and it's just a love letter to like all his friends that are huge fans of him, and I loved it, man. It was great. Dive into a bunch of his classics. It's about an hour and 35 minutes, so it's
yeah,
not
I just know it's today too. They have a
darkness, but dude,
they have a 7-minute version of the film on there too, like a smaller cut. I don't know why.
oh really?
Yeah.
There's some behind the scenes on it too. It's an Office Space.
And I was surprised to see that you put up that that Maxine is going to be out in February.
Yep, they just announced that. Dude, I want that box set so bad because I even looked too, and the seasons for Walking Dead separate are like $30 a piece. Unless I can find all of them at Big Lots, like you found this one for $7.99. If that's legit, dude, it's ridiculous. $30 a season.
Well, that's legit. I mean, and go to Big Lots. Big Lots has a lot of box sets, TV box sets there.
Really?
Yeah, and it's cheap.
Originally $33.87 for $7.99. Yeah. I mean, that season 9, that's really good.
Gary, the Vinegar Syndrome is putting out a box set of the horrible Dr. Hitchcock in 4K.
Yeah,
like in February or March of next year.
I'm surprised you didn't put this in one of those covers. But this Walking Dead Steelbook Scarp had sent me complete 8th season. So I got
the Steelbook's nice, but I hate getting the discs out of that thing. You'll break them trying to get them out.
Really? Oh.
They're stacked, and it's almost impossible. It's horrible how bad it is. That's why I sent it to you. Otherwise, you're getting the other one, babe, you bastard.
What's the other one?
The other one is just the regular release. I like that Steelbook, but I hate the way the discs come out of it. So I can send it to you.
I love it. I love this. So I'll take it.
I hate stacked discs, and I hate when you have to bend the disc to get the disc out of the thing. I hate it.
Yeah, I know you on that.
Yeah, but the horrible Dr. Hitchcock will be coming out in a 4K next year. So.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Cool, excellent. So I said the top 10 horror show. We've already done it. It's in post-production, and hopefully we'll be out by next week. So watch for that. And it was a good one too, man. I couldn't believe how we in an hour and 5 minutes we got through like both our lists of 10 movies and honorable mentions. We just fucking cranked them, and it came out really good. So
yeah,
watch that show when it premieres next week. It's a good one.
Yeah, that literally worked out perfect. Scarpad don't even need to edit it besides just putting some.
I can glitz it up. You can never have enough pictures in the video. Remember that.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro.
All right, man. So
you better go all out with those pictures, bro.
Those pictures, man.
If you don't,
you got anything to say here before we pull the plug? You pull the plug, and somebody pulls the plug.
Yeah, let Dylan break his 2 gun set. My favorite Radiance release so far has been the horrible Dr. Hitchcock starring Barbara Steele. Hell yeah. I'll have to check out Radiance. But yeah, no, I just let's say I appreciate everyone rocking with us all year long. Another year in the books, man. Appreciate all the support. Getting your boy monetized this year. Could not have done it without you guys, man. So I appreciate every week, every show you guys come out. Two Gun Man being my number one moderator, and my little bro Ev. I know those two, man, top of the list always. Chill Out Man. I mean, Gary, let's see, Stanka, everybody that comes out week to week, 62, Brother Joe, Billy, which we might have, but we should be having Billy come on a show, probably to kick off this year, man. So, I think,
You need some new blood.
Yeah, Zach, what's up, brother? I'm pretty sure we should be kicking the new year off with Lawnmower Man, and we should be having Billy on there with us, so that'll be fun. And P Money too. Hopefully P Money will join us for that one. But yeah, dude, I appreciate everyone's support, and I hope you guys have a great New Year's Eve, great New Year. Hope you all stay safe. And as always, like Two Gun said, more to come in 2024. Yeah. So yeah, just have a good night tomorrow night, and stay safe.
I got balloons.
Nothing I wouldn't do.
I got balloons.